So the question is it possible to sell your AppSheet apps that you've built? And I've gotten this question from people a few different times, and I've also seen a good number of posts online about it where people are asking the same question. So I wanted to cover that here. The quick answer is yes, you can, and certainly in some cases. But whether or not it's a good fit for you really depends on what exactly the app that you're trying to sell is and who you're trying to sell it to. In this video, we're going to look at two cases where using AppSheet for a paid app might make sense. And at the end, I'll talk about some alternatives that you can look into when it doesn't. To start, let's just quickly talk about two baseline things that are kind of prerequisites to figuring this all out. The first is that AppSheet doesn't have any kind of payment system on its own. And by a payment system, I mean something like the in app purchase features that are within the Apple App Store that lets you either purchase an app for a fixed price or actually unlock features within an app, or those similar types of features that are available on Google Play. So if you're trying to sell your AppSheet app, you basically need to figure out all that payment stuff and all the unlocking features, etc., for yourself. The second is that AppSheet licensing is primarily designed for a pay per user model, meaning that each user that you have actually using the app needs to be paid for themselves. You need to have a license for that particular user. So that's also something that's different than some of these main app stores where you just distribute an app and everyone can access it publicly and it's you don't really have that user level constraint to what you're trying to do. However, there is one exception to that, and that's AppSheet's Publisher Pro license. And that license is $50 per app per month. And with that, you don't have to pay per user. However, the catch is that you also can't have user logins for that app and you can't use security filters. So basically, whatever one person sees for that app is whatever anyone sees for that app. It's basically designed for a public app. I actually made a whole video just about AppSheet licensing, which will probably be really helpful if you're considering this. So if you want to check that out after you watch this video, I'll include a link to it down in the description. All right, now let's take a look at two different scenarios where selling an AppSheet app might make sense. A while back, I met someone who had a business where they sold access to REO listings. And REO stands for real estate owned, and it's basically foreclosed properties that a bank has taken back and the bank now owns that property. They may not be, interested in selling it, but they actually own that property. And this person was able to get that info from public sources and then consolidate it for people who are interested in potentially buying those properties. And this service that he was offering made it really convenient for those people because they could go and find all these listings in one place. They could filter on them and they didn't have to go pull all those listings from all the different locations, all the different banks that they came from to actually get them into that one place. So it was worth it for these people to actually pay for this data set. And if you actually have a data set like this that you can sell, then using AppSheet with that Publisher Pro license that we talked about might be a really good option. And the reason for that is that you can easily maintain all the data within a Google Sheet, and your users who are actually consuming that data have a nice, user interface for being able to pull it down and filter and everything. And you can build that in almost nothing. Something like that is super straightforward to build with AppSheet. And again, in this case with Publisher Pro, you don't have the option to do user logins and you don't have the option to do security filters. So you have to be a little creative with how you're actually controlling access to your information that you're charging for. But there are some ways to do that with AppSheet using user settings and you kind of just like switching out views based on different user settings and access codes that you give people. So there's a number of videos out there about that in AppSheet specifically. However, if you're not able to figure out exactly what you want to do and you're going in this direction, add that down in the comments. And if need be, I'll create another video specifically about that. So while this does work fine with AppSheet, $50 a month might be a little bit steep if you don't yet have paying customers for this app and this data that you're trying to sell. And you're basically just, funding that until you actually get those initial customers. So if you're in that situation and you're not really ready to start spending that $50 a month, you might want to look at some of the other options that I'm going to talk about at the end of this video because there are some things there that can potentially get you started a little bit cheaper. All right, another example, and one where I think AppSheet probably makes even a little bit more sense than that first one, is building customized apps for businesses. So, for example, let's say that you just created a basic accounting app in AppSheet. There's a lot of competition in that space with companies like QuickBooks and Zero and many other smaller ones. So it's kind of hard to compete with that if you're just going kind of like head to head with those companies with your accounting solution. But where you may be able to compete a little bit easier is by building specific accounting solutions for specific industries or even specific businesses so that you can customize them in ways that those generic tools are really never going to be able to. So, for example, let's say that you meet with the owner of a veterinary clinic, a vet, and they are currently using QuickBooks, but they feel that it's too complex for what they actually need, which I feel is not an uncommon scenario for a lot of businesses. And they need some special handling of how their prescriptions are recorded so they can get, refunded for them or discount or something. I don't know how vets work. I don't know what the situation is, but say there's some specific case like that that they want to handle. You can basically make a copy of your basic accounting app and then pretty easily, since this is AppSheet, customize it just for them. And you're not just customizing it for any vet clinic, even though you can do that as well. You're really customizing it specifically for this business. And assuming that your app works well and keeps working well, they'll be happy to pay for something that's simple for them to use and meets their exact needs. And also, you're able to provide some personalized support in a case like this that no big company like QuickBooks or any of those big services are actually going to be able to provide. And in a case like this, AppSheet's new user pass license is a really good option. And that license is $5 per user, per app, per month. And you can basically add licenses for anyone, including people that are outside of your organization. So that in this case, they can be on their own, vet domain and their own Google Workspace account, and you're still be able to purchase these licenses for them and have them be able to use your app. So as long as you're charging more than that $5 per user per month, which you certainly should be in a case like this, you're able to make whatever the extra is, whatever the difference is between that $5 and whatever you're actually charging. All right. So outside of those scenarios, my general recommendation would be if you're trying to build an app that you're trying to sell to customers that you don't have a relationship, probably look at something else other than AppSheet. And the main reason for that isn't the kind of the technology side. AppSheet is super easy to build with, and that's why it's really appealing for something like this. But it's really designed more for a business type setup where you know the number of users that you're gonna have, and that you're able to pay for those seats. And my second recommendation would be to look at building whatever you're planning to build as a web app versus a native app. And the reason for that is that there's really a lot of complexity just in setting up App Store accounts with Apple and Google if you're planning to deploy to both of those platforms. And there's actually cost to those as well. Both of them have a yearly cost you have to pay in order to have a membership there, and a good amount of technical complexity just in getting your app built and actually deployed to those stores. So I'd really recommend, in order to avoid that, to just start with a web app that's mobile optimized so that it looks and works really nicely on a phone. And once you get that and you get some success going with that and you get some, traction and customers and people paying, then look at doing the more complex part of actually moving that over to a native app. And as far as the platforms or the tools to look at in order to build something like this, I look at something that doesn't have that user or sometimes called seat-based licensing like AppSheet does. So on the AI side, Lovable.dev is a great option for this. It's super easy to build with. It's probably even easier to get started with AppSheet because you basically just type what you want it to do and it actually builds it for you. Pretty amazing thing. The only problem with the AI direction is that those tools can become a little bit difficult to maintain over time. And that's basically because you're having to go through the AI to make any kind of changes and enhancements and fixes to it. And AI can be a little bit unpredictable. If you've even used it for chat, you've probably seen how it can be unpredictable. So for something like the data access example that we talked about first, I'd be more comfortable using Lovable for something like that. It is able to connect to Google Sheets the same way that AppSheet is. It can provide a nice user interface, can give you filtering, all that, which again, you can build fairly easily. And there's not quite as much risk with breaking things down the road because it's a simpler app to start with. However, for something like the accounting app, where it is certainly higher stakes, where you're dealing with people's accounting information and want to keep that app running for them, I would lean more towards a no code, non AI based tool where you have a little bit more control over what's happening with that app and the kind of future enhancements and fixes and stuff that you make. So, something to look at there is maybe something like Bubble.io, which lets you build public websites that can have authentication so that you can have users log in, has a nice drag and drop type builder that you can use to build things, and a really a good amount of features and flexibility. So definitely something to look at if you're heading more in that direction where you're building a full featured app without having to deal with the user or seat-based licensing like AppSheet has. All right, I hope that was helpful. And if so, please give it a like, which will help other people find the video as well. If you've got any questions about anything that I didn't cover here, just ask them down in the comments and I will do my best to answer those. Thanks for watching and best of luck with your project.